Almighty Allah for seeing him through the numerous hurdles he has encountered thus far. In an interview after the observance of special prayers for the country, which coincides with his 73rd birthday, the president beseeched Allah to accept the prayers offered. Meanwhile, the wife of the president, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has extended warm birthday wishes to her husband, President Bola Tinubu, who clocks 73 years today. In a message, she expressed gratitude to God Almighty for his faithfulness in the president's life over the years. She highlighted his courage, strength, and determination, acknowledging the role in shaping not only his journey, but also their shared experiences. She prayed for his continued well-being, wishing him a long life filled with divine health, joy, peace, and prosperity. Also, Speaker House of Representatives Dr. Tajuddin Abbas has felicitated with President Bola Tinubu as he marks his 73rd birthday today. In a message, the Speaker notes that Nigeria is lucky to have a Democrat and patriot in the person of President Tinubu as its leader at this critical point in the country's democratic journey. He described President Tinubu as one of the most experienced politicians who have occupied the presidential seat, having at various times excelled at the state and federal levels in the executive and legislative arms of the governments. While wishing President Tinubu well, the Deputy Speaker prayed for many more years in good health and prosperity. Also talking about the president's 73rd birthday, Governor Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State has also congratulated him. In a message signed by his Director of Press and Public Affairs, Gyang Pere, Governor Mutfwang lauded the president's courage and resilience in confronting national challenges, fostering peace, unity, and strengthening national cohesion. He commended President Tinubu's steadfast dedication to restoring peace and stability across the nation, particularly in Plateau State, which is steadily reclaiming its reputation as a home of peace and tourism. Governor Mutfwang also acknowledged President Tinubu's patriotism and selfless devotion to Nigeria's progress, emphasizing that his unwavering leadership and pursuit of the renewed hope agenda remains a testament to his deep love for the nation. Managing Director of the Nigeria Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, Mr. Kintunde Soya, has also lent his voice in congratulating the president. He has extolled President Bola Tinubu's visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to the renewed hope agenda. In a congratulatory message, Mr. Soya reiterates the president's dedication to progressive Nigeria by ensuring the eradication of illiteracy amongst Nigerian youths. According to Mr. Soya, a testament to his dedication is the establishment of the Nigeria Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, which is transforming the education landscape by providing interest-free students' loans. The managing director of NEL Fund said since its inception, over 500,000 students have registered, reflecting the administration's dedication to human capital development. In the meantime, as the Ramadan period comes to a close, Vice President Kashim Shettima has called on Nigerians to continue to pray for the peace, stability, and progress of Nigeria. The Vice President sought prayers for God to continue to give President Bola Tinubu wisdom and strength to pilot the affairs of the country toward unity and prosperity. The Vice President, who made the call during the closing ceremony of Tafsir for the month of Ramadan in the State House Mosque at the Presidential Villa Abuja, noticed that prayer remains the fortress of the believer, the sanctuary where hopes are nurtured and destinies are shaped. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkwocha, in a statement, said the Vice President reminded the gathering that governance is a collective responsibility and not the burden of the government alone, noting that religious leaders play an indispensable role of shaping our values and guiding our hearts. In another development, President Bola Tinubu has appointed Felix Morka, the National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress APC, as board chairman of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA. Also approved is the appointment of Fatuhu Mohammed Buhari from Katsina State as Director General of the National Agricultural Seed Council. The president has further appointed the following Nigerians as board chairman of various federal government institutions. They are Malam Muhammad Masin, APC State Chairman, Bauchi State, Board Chairman, Nigerian Stored Products Research Institute, Ilorin; Alhaji Abdullahi Abbas, APC State Chairman, Kano State, Board Chairman, Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service; Dr. Ostian Agada, APC State Chairman, Benue State, Board Chairman, National Agricultural Seed Council; MacDonald Ebere, APC State Chairman, Imo State, his Board Chairman, Federal College of Fisheries and Marine Technology, Lagos; Ubong Stephen Tukepo, APC State Chairman of Akwa Ibom State, he's Board Chairman, National Institute for Freshwater Fish, and that's in New Busa. And then Chief Emeka Inyuku, Deputy Chairman South of the APC, he's Board Chairman, National Automotive Development Council. Others are Aminu Musa Bobi, APC State Chairman, Niger State, he's Board Chairman, National Library of Nigeria. Abbas Olaide, APC State Chairman, Oyo State, he's Board Chairman, Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Kaduna. Alhaji Mohammed Gadaka, APC State Chairman, Yobe State, he is Board Chairman, Citizenship and Leadership Training Center. APC State Chairman of Benue State is Benjamin Omale, he is Board Chairman, National Orthopedic Hospital, Enugu. Rufus Bature is APC State Chairman, Plateau State, he is Board Chairman, Nigerian Coal Corporation. Others are Alhaji Abubakar Mohammed Kana, his APC State Chairman, Kebbi State, Board Chairman, Michael Imodu, National Institute for Labour Studies. The APC National Working Committee member from Abia State is Donatus Wampa, his Board Chairman, Project Development Institute, PRUDA. APC State Chairman for Adamawa State is Mustafa Salihu, his Board Chairman, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP. Dr. Kingsley Ononobu is APC State Chairman, Abia State, is Board Chairman, National Parks Headquarters. Alhaji Abdul Malik Usman, APC State Chairman, Federal Capital Territory, is Board Chairman, Forestry Research Institute of Nigeria, Ibadan. Ibrahim Tukru El Sudi, APC State Chairman, Taraba State, is Board Chairman, Environmental Health Registration Council of Nigeria. The APC State Chairman for Ekiti State is Shola Eleshi, his Board Chairman, Nigerian Institute of Mining and Geosciences. Emperor Jared Tenebe is APC State Chairman, Edo State, his Board Chairman, Federal College of Agriculture, Akure. Tukru Umar Damfulani is APC State Chairman, Zamfara State, his Board Chairman, Federal Medical Center, Azare. Aminu Sani Gumel, APC State Chairman, Jigawa State, his Board Chairman, Federal College of Produce Inspection and Stock Products Technology, Kano. And then Idris Shwaibu, who is APC State Chairman, Adamawa State, his Board Chairman, Federal College of Animal Health and Production Technology, Ibadan.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Radio Nigeria's Ramadan special, where we take you on a spiritual journey of reflection, growth, and inspiration to nourish your body and soul this holy month. Thursday, March 27th at 12:30 in the afternoon, Radio Nigeria headquarters bring you Sahur to Iftar. Same day at 5:30, the Northwest Zone ushers you into the Night of Majesty. On Saturday, 29th of March at 2:30 from South Zone, we will serve you Ramadan cuisine. And finally, we have fasting and reflections on the 30th of March at 2:30 in the afternoon from the Southwest Zone. Don't miss these uplifting programs from our zones across the country, brought to you by Radio Nigeria.
Health is in our hands. We all have a part to play. It's time to get informed. Take care from the start. Did you know HIV/AIDS, syphilis, and hepatitis are preventable, treatable, and no longer a death sentence? Knowledge is power. You can live a productive and good life. Test, treat, and get the help you need. HIV can be managed with treatments. Syphilis is curable with antibiotics, and hepatitis can be prevented with a vaccine. Regular testing is key to staying safe. Together, we can stop the spread of HIV/AIDS, syphilis, and hepatitis. Prevention is key. Get tested today. HIV/AIDS is not a death sentence. Awareness saves lives. Visit the nearest public health facility today. This message is from the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
As we told you earlier, President Bola Tinubu has expressed gratitude to Almighty Allah for seeing him through the numerous hurdles he has encountered thus far. In an interview after the observance of special prayers for the country, which coincides with the month of his birth, the President beseeched Allah to accept the prayers offered. Abdallah Bello is ready with the details. Okay. It appears we'll bring you details of that story subsequently. Let's go to our commentary, or special tribute rather, which is on celebrating Mr. President at 73. It's written by Tezo Zambe of our Current Affairs Unit.
On this day in 1952, the merchant family of Abibat Mogaji, the Yaloja of Lagos, welcomed a bouncing baby boy. They named him Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu. Little did they know he would grow up to become an indefatigable personality, a successful politician, and an influential leader. The young Tinubu attended St. John's Primary School in Lagos before proceeding to Children's Home School in Ibadan, Oyo State. He traveled to the United States in 1975 for his undergraduate studies, first at Richard J. Daley College in Chicago, and then Chicago State University, where he majored in accounting and management, graduating in 1979. As a young man determined to succeed, he worked odd jobs as dishwasher, night security guard, and cab driver to support himself through college. This may be source of the conspicuous broken chains on his cap that has become a mantra and symbol for him, especially among his followers. He returned to Nigeria in the 1980s and was employed by Mobile Nigeria as an accountant before venturing into politics as the Lagos West senatorial candidate in 1992 under the platform of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, in the Third Republic. After the military government under General Sani Abacha dissolved the Senate in 1993, Tinubu went into exile and became an activist campaigning for the return of democracy as part of the National Democratic Coalition movement. When the country returned to civil rule in 1999, he won the governorship of Lagos by a wide margin as a member of the Alliance for Democracy, AD, becoming the 12th governor of the cosmopolitan state. He won re-election for a second term in 2003 and is seen as inventor of the modern Lagos. He continued to play very critical roles in the nation's political journey in the opposition and remained politically relevant even after leaving office as governor in 2007. This earned him the unwritten position of the national leader of the party. One of such determined roles was the formation of the All Progressives Congress APC in 2013. And by 2023, 10 years later, he was elected the 16th president of the most populous black nation, Nigeria, the giant of Africa. President Tinubu is known for assembling the best brains, regardless of one's social background, as a team for governance. President Tinubu's progressive disposition include the values of egalitarianism, social justice, liberty, and the recognition of fundamental rights. Almost 2 years down the lane, his administration, anchored on renewed hope agenda, has carried out major reforms, including fuel subsidy removal, assented to the bills for the establishment of regional development commissions, initiated the controversial tax reform bills, and has been credited with insecurity reduction. His wife, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, is helping in actualizing the administration's agenda through her Renewed Hope initiative aimed at empowering women and vulnerable groups. The president holds traditional chieftaincy titles such as the Asiwaju of Lagos and the Jagaban of the Borgu Emirates in Niger State, and popularly referred to as PBAT, an acronym for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahead of his birthday, he joined other faithful at the National Mosque, Abuja, yesterday for a special prayer for the nation and to appreciate God for preserving his life and supporting him in the Herculean task of piloting the affairs of the country. His birthday, which coincides with the holy months of Ramadan and Lent, should remind the president of the need to be closer to God and lead according to the dictates of God for the benefit of Nigerians. Therefore, celebrating a remarkable journey paved by brilliance and foresight at 73, President Tinubu must be reminded that he owes God and Nigerians a duty to lead in such a way that the poor can also breathe. Indeed, with each passing year, His Excellency shines brighter, illuminating paths of innovation and progress. As he marks this special day, may the tapestry of his accomplishments be woven with threads of joy and fulfillment.
Her name is Maria Mukisunjo. Presentation there of the special tribute on celebrating Mr. President at 73. It was written by Teso Zambi. Well, you heard in the commentary again that the president offered special prayers for his birthday and also for the country. Well, to bring you details of that report, but unfortunately there were some technical hitches, so now we're ready, and Abdallah Bello is our guide.
In the life of any nation that professes piety, prayers are required to get things back on track. Nigeria, as one of such countries, has encountered countless challenges, some of which shaking the very foundation of her unity, security, politics, economy, and even faith. Each administration tried its very best to tackle the challenges it perceived as most threatening, but of course, human beings have limitations. President Tinubu understands these limitations and sought for further divine intervention on the last Friday of the last 10 days of the holy month of Ramadan, in which Allah gives multiple rewards for any acts of worship.
Feel good, feel happy, and give thanks to Almighty Allah that has protected us so far and continue to answer our prayers, accept our ibadah. That is key and very important to all of us. A prayer for our country to stabilize, keep in peace, and safeguard our people, all the citizens.
The president urged Nigerians to be steadfast, just as he was inspired by hard work.
The word for all of this is hard work. You work harder, you pray harder. And that's the inspiration that I got from all of this. But thank God Almighty.
Thousands of Muslims attended the prayer session. From the State House in Abuja, Abdullah Bello, Radio Nigeria.
We congratulate him. Moving to other stories, the federal government has inaugurated 3 critical water supply projects in Benue State in line with the renewed hope agenda of the President's administration. The projects, which include rehabilitation and upgrading of the Buruku Boko water supply project, rehabilitation and improvement of the Wanune water supply project, and construction of the Ugbema water supply project, are aimed at expanding access to potable water, improving public health, and mitigating the prevalence of waterborne diseases in the state. At the inauguration ceremony in Boko, Benue State, the Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Utsev, said the projects will transform the lives of beneficiaries, promote economic growth and social development. Professor Utsev explained that the 18.89 billion naira project would ensure that residents of Buruku, Boko, Umka, Ugbema, Wanune and surrounding communities no longer suffer from inadequate water supply. On his part, the Benue State Governor, Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, represented by the Deputy Governor Sam Ude, Gudi appreciated the minister for the gesture, saying it would have a positive impact on the lives of the people. Meanwhile, the Republic of China has proposed to build an industrial zone in Benue State as part of efforts of Governor Hyacinth Alia to industrialize the state and reposition it for greatness. The chief executive officer of the Chinese company handling the project, Mrs. Julie Ju, announced this at the Government House Makodi when she led Chinese investors and other captains of industry on a courtesy visit to Governor Alia. She said within the industrial zone there would be other industrial parks such as agricultural processing, building materials, fertilizer production and auto repair parks. The chief executive officer explained that already she has spoken to the Chinese National Development Commission to bring into Benue investors that would use the large quantity of coal deposits to set up power generation plants to provide electricity to the industrial zone, with a promise to connect Benue to a province in China to help mobilize support for the industrialization. Mrs. Julie Ju also appealed to the state government to provide land for immediate takeoff of the project, saying she was directed by the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria to help Governor Alia, who has shown commitment toward the development of the state. Responding, Governor Alia said his administration has taken steps to break the cycle of poverty that was ravaging the state, and part of the solution was to industrialize it, especially in the area of agricultural processing. Also, the Israeli government is to facilitate the establishment of an innovation center still in Benue State. Israeli ambassador to Nigeria, Michael Freeman, who announced this at the Government House in Makodi when he led the delegation to a meeting with Governor Hyacinth Alia, said already his government was partnering with State Polytechnic and TED Fund toward the successful establishment of the innovation center, which he noted would help train people in the area of innovation and skills acquisition. He stressed the need for people to work across borders to achieve their goals, noting that he was committed to working with Benue State to give training, especially in the area of waste recycling and water management. Responding, Governor Alia said the meeting was a game changer that would help replicate Israel's success for sustainable development, saying he was inspired by Israel's exceptional strength in security, stressing the need for partnership between Benue and Israel in the area of security, technology and intelligence sharing. The governor, who said agriculture was the lifeblood of Benue State, expressed readiness to work with the Israeli investors in the area of drip irrigation and water-efficient farming techniques, advancing technology and crop improvement. Intelligence reports have it that three bandit leaders, Kachala Dan Baba, Kachala Abu Gudi, and Kachala Bello Kuruma, who operate in Zamfara State, have lost their sanity after excessive use of hard drugs. According to a counter-security expert, the bandit leaders were said to have had sudden mental instability that made their gangs disarm them when they started wandering in the forest. The development, which took place within the week, disoriented their criminal factions, raising speculation among their followers and areas they operate. Kachala Dan Baba controls a large criminal network based in Kudo village near Buzaya Forest in Maru local government area of Zamfara State. Dan Baba was said to have over 50 fighters under his command, orchestrating numerous kidnappings, highway ambushes, and cattle rustling operations in the area and neighboring states. While Kachala Abu Gudi was another terrorist warlord based in Gidangarba village, Maru local government area. He was notorious for leading violent raids on communities, killing civilians, and arms trafficking. The FCT Commissioner of Police, Ajao Adewale, has condemned the unprovoked attack on security operatives by members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria in the territory. A statement by the police public relations officer, SP Joseph Inade, explains that the police command received a distress call reporting a violent assault on security personnel by the sect, armed with firearms, cutlasses, catapults, sticks, stones, petrol bombs, and other lethal weapons in the Banex area, Aminu Kano Crescent, Wuse to Abuja. Upon swift deployment to the scene, police and other security personnel encountered intense gunfire from the attackers, resulting in the serious injury of 3 security operatives, and they were promptly transported to the National Hospital, where one was tragically pronounced dead. According to the statement, 19 suspects have been arrested in connection with the incident, while others managed to escape. Normalcy has since been fully restored, and investigations are ongoing to ensure that all perpetrators are brought to justice. The Commissioner warns that attacks on security operatives who risk their lives to protect citizens will not be tolerated, urging residents to remain calm, cooperate with law enforcement agencies, and report any suspicious activities to the command. Ahead of the 2024 Eid al-Fitr celebration, Plateau State Commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ishaku Musa, has directed the immediate deployment of over 1,700 personnel to beef up security in the state and its environs before, during and after the Salah period. While briefing officers and men at the state headquarters, Commandant Ishaku ordered a complete beefing up of security across all the flashpoints and worship grounds across the 17 local government areas of the state. While congratulating all Muslim faithful for a successful Ramadan fast, Commandant Ishaku reiterated the Corps' commitment to protection of critical national assets and infrastructure of the nation. He said the Corps will leave no stone unturned in dealing decisively with all miscreants, criminals and vandals who are planning to disrupt the relative peace the state is enjoying. The Nigeria Forest Security Service, NFSS, says the Senate's passage of its bill is a clear indication that the current administration is committed to tackling the widespread banditry and kidnapping bedeviling the country. The Commander General of the service, Dr. Wole Oshatimei, who stated this in Abuja while addressing newsmen, emphasized that the move would encourage the service to do more in policing the nation's vast forest. Dr. Shatimei expressed optimism that the president would assent to the bill for full operations of the NFSS across the country.
One of the cardinal points of renewal agenda of our president is to tackle the internal security, most especially in the forested region. Nigeria, as today, has the least police forest in the world, with just 3.8% compared to 25% minimum that every country forest supposed to have. With the passage of this bill, it will strengthen the security of our forests.
The Deputy Commander General of NFSS, Ambassador John Mechi, commended the 10th Senate under the leadership of Senator Godswill Akpabio for successfully passing the NFSS bill for the third time. Ambassador Mechi also praised the Commander General of the service, Dr. Wole Oshatimei, for his tireless efforts in advocating the bill and his unwavering commitment to securing Nigeria's humongous forest. Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Olakunle Nafiu, says his administration would ensure that all corps members enjoy high-quality Medicare throughout their service year. He stated this during a familiarization visit to the Director General of National Health Insurance Authority, NHIA, Dr. Kelechi Ohiri, in his office in Abuja. General Nafiu, while describing health insurance as one of the critical components of NYSC activities, said the National Health Insurance Authority is a critical stakeholder in the scheme's programs as it relates to corps members. Responding, the Director General of NHIA, Dr. Kelechi Ohiri, congratulated General Nafiu on his appointment as the NYSC Director General and promised the agency's readiness for partnership that is of great value to the agency. Dr. Ohiri stated further and noted that the NHIA, in its ongoing reforms, is reviewing its guidelines and also accrediting the quality of healthcare providers through its compliance and enforcement teams across the country. Also on health, founder of a non-governmental organization, Brain and Spine Foundation Africa, Mrs. Chika Okolisa, has appealed to all tiers of government, advocacy groups, and prominent philanthropists to, as a matter of urgency, facilitate financial support for patients grappling with neurological conditions. At a news briefing in Abuja, Mrs. Okolisa, who highlighted the critical state of two patients with neurological emergencies, Abasi Freke Effiong from Akwa Ibom State and Joy Dakwo from Kogi State, stressed the need for urgent intervention by state governments to address their health challenges. She said Ms. Effiong had suffered paralysis due to the tumor on her spine, while Mrs. Idakwo was rapidly losing her vision due to brain tumor, a situation that could cost the duo an estimation of over 50 million naira for treatment.
In Nigeria today, due to the exorbitant cost of treating these conditions, many individuals affected, they resign to fate. We keep losing patients every day from neurological emergencies. I have tried to contact some of the prominent individuals from Akwa Ibom State. Unfortunately, it has not yielded any positive results. Time is running out. She has already lost so many functions in her body.
Mrs. Okwulisa maintained that the illnesses were treatable and called for prompt positive response from all stakeholders to ultimately prevent unnecessary loss of lives. A 31-year-old Abasifreke Effiong from Ikot-Akwa-Ibom in Akwa Ibom State, who said she was diagnosed of the ailment since 2022, narrated her ordeal.
I started noticing weakness with my right hand and cramp my knee. So I thought it was just a minor pain. I went to the pharmacy, got some medication. But after that, I went to teaching hospital, which they did MRI, which they discovered and I had a tumor in my spine. So from there, the doctor said I had to do a surgery, which costed by then 20 million. But we did not have the money by then, so I had to stay at home.
Ms. Effiong further said she has been in the condition for 3 years due to financial constraints and appealed to President Bola Tinubu and well-spirited Nigerians to assist her to undergo the surgery to enable her to fulfill her ambitions. Political matters. Presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party during the 2023 election, Prince Adewale Adebayo, has called on Nigerians to elect leaders based on competence rather than religious affiliation. At the breaking of fast with Muslims in Jos, the Plateau State capital, Prince Adebayo alleged that some politicians use religion to claim positions, cause confusion, and use it as an excuse when they fail, stressing that those who practice their religion will not be corrupt and lead according to the country's constitution. He used the occasion to announce that the SDP was willing to accept those who want to join the party, however noting that they will continue to be a responsible party for the common good of Nigerians. The Imam, University of Jos Mosque, Dr. Yusuf Abdullahi, called on Nigerians not to see religion as a barrier to interact with each other and stressed the need for peace, without which people cannot freely practice their religion and encourage businesses. Former Minister of Sports Solomon Dalong expressed regrets that religion has caused